This year has been full of ups and downs, moments of doubt and growth, stillness and breakthrough. But through it all, one thing has stayed true. Freedom begins with remembering who you are. Join me for the first episode in our 10-week end-of-year reflection series, From Fragmented to Free. Hello, friends, and welcome back to The Free Advantage, brought to you by The Risky Path. I'm Heather Davis, and I want to invite you to join me each week as we explore self-discovery, authenticity, and the journey to recovering a life of freedom. This podcast is about sharing and exploring impactful experiences that we all share in a relatable and digestible way. And with so much information out there, it can be overwhelming to take it all in. And here, I want to give you small bites that you can take back into your week and integrate into your daily life. Welcome to the start of our 10-part reflection series, From Fragmented to Free. Right now, the air is turning cooler and the leaves are falling, and I am in full reflection mode. This time of the year always draws me inward, and with all that has transpired, there is so much to look back on. Thank you so much for joining me on this journey. When I started the Free Advantage last November, I didn't know exactly where it would lead, only that I had hopes that it would draw people into a space where those who felt lost or stuck could come and remember who they are, a space where truth could live and freedom could be found. This podcast was meant to be a safe, non-judgmental space where you could come and find a place to belong and hopefully heal. I am so grateful that it has been this and more to me and many of you. As the year winds down, we're going to revisit the pillars that have carried us through this year. And today, we're going to begin with the foundation of it all, freedom, and remembering who we are. If you have been listening, you know it's my tagline. Freedom is the advantage you already own. I say it every week because it's true. When we launched this journey together in my very first episode, Choosing Worth, I shared how I had spent years undervaluing myself, believing that freedom would come when life finally felt right. But the truth is, freedom doesn't wait for our circumstances to change. It begins the moment that we remember that we already hold the key. The moment that we remember we are the ones who have the power to stop running from our past and remember who we are and start living from that place. It's not the absence of struggle, and it's not about getting everything right. Freedom doesn't come from escaping who we are. It comes from remembering who we have always been. This past year, I have questioned what freedom truly means. I have found so many moments where I didn't feel free at all. In fact, there were times that I felt downright trapped. I didn't understand. I was doing the work, staying true to myself, living authentically, constantly evaluating my alignment between my truth and my actions. And sometimes, no matter what I did, I still felt stuck. But what I learned is that it happens. Not everything on our path is going to feel good or feel like freedom. And I had to remind myself that freedom is not a feeling. Just because things may feel that way doesn't mean they actually are. Freedom is not a destination. It's a rhythm. It's the rhythm of awareness, honesty, and surrender. It's the courage to look at our mess and still believe that there's something worth building. I have learned to be grateful for the not-so-good days, as well as the good ones. They're the ones that have honestly taught me more than I ever thought possible. Our journey to freedom isn't paved in rainbows and unicorns. No, surely not. But freedom shows up in the ways that we don't expect. In the quiet, subtle spaces between the noise, in our presence, in the simple act of standing in truth when it would be easier for us to hide. It looks like calling yourself out on the small ways that you abandon your truth. Freedom isn't when we say yes out of guilt, when we shrink to fit in, or when we hold back our light because someone else is uncomfortable. No. Every time you honor what you know to be true in your spirit, you're remembering. Every time that you stand back up after falling, you're remembering that freedom is the advantage you already own. You don't have to fight for it. You don't have to earn it or work for it. You just have to remember it's yours. There's this quiet shift that happens when you stop striving to become and start allowing yourself to be. This podcast was never meant to be about becoming someone new. It has always been about coming back to ourselves, about returning to the place inside when your soul already knows the way forward. And maybe that's what this first year has really been, a collective homecoming. Each episode, each story, each quiet reflection has been another step toward our wholeness. If you have been walking this journey alongside me, listening in your car, your kitchen, on your morning walks, or wherever you find yourself in the world, and maybe you're remembering too. Maybe you've caught glimpses of your true self in between the words. And maybe, just maybe, you've started to believe that you were never lost at all. You were just learning the way home. So today I want to leave you with this. Freedom isn't found by running from who you are. It's found by remembering who you are and living from that place wholly and free. The invitation for this week is simple. I invite you to remember, freedom is not far from you. It's within you. It always has been. The risky path may teach us how to face the hard things, but the free advantage teaches us how to live from them. Because freedom isn't the end of our story. It's the beginning of it. Join me next week as we explore the second pillar in our series, From Fragmented to Free, as we talk about the beauty of release and why freedom often asks us to surrender first. Because sometimes the only way to hold on to yourself is to let go. I want to thank you so much for joining me here today on The Free Advantage. For more tools, support, and inspiration, please visit my website, theriskypath.com. And if this episode resonated with you, please share it with someone who might need to hear this message. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and leave us a review. Your voice matters, and it helps us to grow and get our message out to more people just like you. Join me. Let's continue this journey to freedom together. And remember, freedom is the advantage you already own. Until next time.